All right, when we go over this, I am more concerned about the process and the way that you did it more than about what the answer is, because I know that you can do it in your head. Eventually, you're going to get to questions that you can't do in your head. That's the whole idea behind it. So we just have to practice it, and that's what we're going to be doing over the next several days. We're going to just practice it until it becomes routine and it becomes natural. Okay, it's like learning a new language. All right, I'm going to start out by writing the original equation, 8a equals 24. What are you supposed to do first after you write the equation? Tyler?
Make the railroad track.
Make your tracks. I wish there was a little bit more room to work here, so you don't write too big. All right, there's our tracks. What are we doing to the variable? First of all, what side is the variable on? Ryan?
The left.
All right, what are we doing to it? Chat. By how much? Multiplying by 8. So we're going to do the opposite. What's the opposite of multiply by 8, Miss Bella? This is how we show it. Divide by 8, like that. What's the rule? Whatever we do on one side,
Let's do the other side.
you have to do on the other. Keeps everything balanced. What cancels from the left side of the tracks? Michael. Cross it out. And Mike, what's the only thing that's left? Now we just have to evaluate 24 divided by 8, and we will get our answer for A. 3 it is. Okay? I'm not going to circle it yet, because it could be wrong. We know it's not wrong, but you're not sure. Make believe you're not sure. The check, the whole point of checking is to make sure that our answer for A is accurate. We start by writing the original equation. Do a mental check too, because that'll help you understand how the written check works. If A is 3, 8 times 3 is what? So now you know it's going to work. We just have to show it. 8 times, now I'm going to substitute it in. There's my 3. Remember, parentheses means multiply. If this confuses you and you want to do the dot, it's okay. You can do the dot. I don't want you using the multiplication times symbol anymore, though, because that'll look like a variable. And that's done. Now I can circle this, because now I know this is true. All right? Couple things to watch out for that I saw yesterday, where kids get confused. When they do the check, some of my students in this class and other classes think they're supposed to get 3 here like they did in the answer. That's not the case. All right? This 24 is going to be the same number that you started with that was the number all by itself. Okay? This is the one that carries throughout. You shouldn't get 3 here. You're only getting 3 as an answer to substitute in. Yeah, Jack? I'll do it up written, but I'll talk you through it. Okay? I'll talk you through it. You want to actually do it?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'll get you started. Go ahead. How many of you added 4 to both sides? Fantastic. Good start. $36 equals J. Yeah, that's right. Now he's going to check it. See, now see, look, that's where you made your mistake.
What?
It's not 4.
No,
32. 32 stays the same.
No, scope it.
36 minus 4 is, actually do it. Oh, look. 32 is on this side. 32's got to stay on that side. 32 equals 32. 36 take away 4 isn't 36. All right? You're almost there. There you go. All right? Bridge. Are we okay with this?
Is this one right?
All right, Miss Bridge, you want to come up? Can you reach that, Bridge? By the way, going back to number 2, how many of you got it right, including the check? That's good, because when we do two-step equations today, you need to be able to know how to do one-steps that we're doing right now.
I just didn't get that part that messed up.
We're going to actually cross out number 4. I'd tell you why I don't like that question. I know. I don't like it. And I'll explain why. How many got 27 equals J? So far, so good. Let's do the check. Yeah, just be careful when you get the process right and then make a basic math error. You just have to be careful. That's perfect. There it is. That's money in the bank right there. I have absolutely nothing negative to say about the way she did that. Okay, I'm going to tell you why I don't like 4. 4 is a terrible question.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's what I didn't get.
There's nothing to solve for. We have k on one side, we have the variable all by itself on one side. And then all you wind up doing is doing 15 take away 9, which is 6. So thank you, hon. I'm not going to even spend time on 4 because honestly it has to be changed for next year's lesson 11. So let's go to 5. Let me do 5 because then I'll give you an opportunity for 6 and 7. All right, here we go. I'm going to start out by writing the original equation like we always do. I'm going to make my tracks. So start there as always. What do I have to do to both sides? Max.
Subtract by 3.45.
It's no different from what we've been doing. We're just now dealing with decimals. But watch what happens. This is why I wanted to do this. When I do my subtraction 3.45, I'm going to line up my decimals because we've done subtraction of decimals back in Mod 2. And the rule about subtracting or adding decimals is you have to line up the decimals. So there it is. I'm going to add an annex 0 here. I need it because I'm subtracting. First of all, what cancels out on the left side? Anthony. So fine, we got m all by itself. Now I just have to perform the subtraction correctly. Can't do 0, take away 5. Need to borrow. 10 take away 5. 7 take away 4. Line up my decimal. 12 take away 3.
9.
M equals 9.35. Okay, here comes the check. What am I substituting in for M? Stevie?
9.35.
Plus,
3.4.
I'm going to cheat a little bit. Since I know I need to add it, I know I got to line up my decimals, so instead of writing it horizontally, I'm going to write it vertically. And this should equal, ready, 12.8. Remember, when we add decimals or subtract decimals, have to line up the decimals. So now we do it. 5 plus 5. Carry a 1. 3 plus 4 plus 1.
8.
Bring down my decimal. 9 plus 3.
12.
It checks. Okay? This, number 6, is tricky.
I didn't get it. Is it 10?
There's actually 2 ways you can do it, but according to the rule, you have to use subtraction. Let me take a look first, Smiles, and if it looks good to go, I'll let you do it.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. This is the problem.
Go do it. She's got it. There is a variation. If you don't do it this way, there is one more other acceptable way, is using subtraction. Yeah, Charles?
This is weird because it said Ted downloaded some songs from my and then it said show how many total songs Ted had to download from the beginning. It already told us that one.
No. He has downloaded 17 songs so far. And he still has 7 more songs left to download. So what's the total number of songs after the 17 plus the 7?
I don't know.
See, that's what's tricky.
Mine's mad.
I lost you for a minute. Let me see something. Here, let me see your sheet again. I thought you had it right, but you're using addition, and I thought you had it as subtraction. Oh, I see what you did. No good. My bad. You have to start with subtraction from the beginning.
Oh, get right.
Anybody got it?
No.
Let's work backwards. What's the answer? Okay, it is 24 as our answer. Does anybody have it using as an initial equation using subtraction? Aiden, let me take a look. Max, get ready. You're on the on deck circle. That'll work. Do it. This is one possibility. Max, let me see yours. Let me extend this out too, because I want. There you go. You can reach up that high, right? Max, let me see yours. Am I gonna be able to read this?
Maybe.
That's the same way he's doing it. I'm going to show you another way. It's good. There's nothing wrong with it.
I did 7, but I don't know if it's right. I'm pretty sure it's wrong.
You did it as a multiplication. I'm going to show you how to do it as a division. They want you to set it up as a division. Circle your t equals 24 because you're right. In your answer for work, correct. That's one way to do it. See, he's showing subtraction in the initial equation. There's one more other way that you can do it. The other way?
Yeah, but I didn't have it on my paper.
You want to do it now? Okay, come up and do it in green. I'll just extend this. Let me write the original equation. Well, I can't write the original. You have to do that. T equals 24, and 7 equals 7. 7 equals 7. Here it is. Here it is again. All right, you ready, Stevie?
Yeah.
First set it up and let me take a look at it. I want to make sure that we're going in the right direction. That's the one he had. All right, time out a minute. How do you know the answer is 24? You haven't solved for that. You're working backwards. You say, you've got 24 in your head, which is the answer, so you can't set that up in the initial equation. Okay? Sorry to bust your bubble. Didn't mean to do that. Let me show you the second way, because I really want to move on to day 2, which is really not day 3. The other way you could set it up, using the pieces that they give you. I have 17 songs, right, so far. There's still more left to download. I know I need an equation. And I know I need to use subtraction. So I start with that. And I can actually make my railroad tracks if I want. How many songs so far has he downloaded?
17.
That'll work. S minus 7 equals 17. Add 7 to both sides. Cancel, cancel. S equals 24. Okay. Tell you what. Skip the very last question, but I'll tell you what the answer is. The answer, go on to the very last question about the ounces and the pounds. But I want to get on to I got to get to two-step equations and we need 20 minutes, all right? The answer was 64.
Yes, no.
How many of you got 64? All right. Let's cover what we need to cover today. Two-step equations starting on page 10, everybody. Let's get there. We're not, because we need 20 minutes for day 2. Yes. First of all, what do you see that's different from this equation compared to what we've been doing? Kelly? There's two things what? Not two things we have to solve, but two what? Two steps or two operations. All right. So start off by writing that out. We've been doing one operation being done to the variable. Now we have two operations being done to the variable. Okay. What is the variable? What letter is representing the variable? Kaylee. Okay, you want to step ahead, but what letter are we using for the variable? All right, well, now I'll go to your question, to what you had the answer for. What are we doing to it first? By how much? Okay, so the first thing that's being done to the variable x is we're multiplying by 6. Then after we multiply by 6, what are we doing after that? Ryan. Right, then we're adding 3. Real quick before I go on to the bottom. What's the opposite of multiply by 6? Tom. One more time, what? Divide by 6 is correct. What's the opposite of subtracting 3? Anthony. I'm sorry, what's the I gave you the answer. What's the opposite of adding 3? Subtracting 3. As long as you know the rules of what you'd undo or what inverse you do first, you'll have a good time. You'll understand this. Here's the rule for two-step equations. You actually do it in reverse. You do the inverse in the reverse PEMDAS order. I'll show you what I mean. If you were to do PEMDAS, wouldn't you do multiplication first and then add? You undo it in the opposite order. So the first thing that you have to do is take away your 3. Then you've got to divide by 6. Okay? You undo it in the opposite way that you would do it if you're doing PEMDAS. That's written here. You take care of all addition and subtraction first, whatever that is. Then you handle your division and your multiplication. So that might make more sense if I kind of just show you what I mean by that. Mogsy, focus. All right, so here we go. Don't write too big. There's not a whole lot of room here to work, and we have to do 2 steps, which means we need more railroad tracks to do this. Here is the original. I'm going to add another set, but if it gets a little crunched, I might need another set. Okay, according to the rules of how to do this, what inverse operation do you need to do first? Krista, subtract 3. So I'm going to start there. And I'm going to got to do whatever I do on one side, I have to do on the other. Right, when we do it in PEMDAS, but when we actually do inverse, we undo it the way we do it. Addition and subtraction first. All right, now, here comes the all-important question. After I minus my 3 from both sides, what is still left on the left side?
6 times that 6.
Right, this is what's canceling. But I am still left with the 6x, not x all by itself like we did yesterday. We still have 6x. Okay. Now 27 take away 3. Is everybody okay with what we've done so far?
Yes.
Now you're right back to what you did yesterday.
Oh, I know.
Good, Aunt.
Divide by 6, and then you get the answer 4. What?
Did I lose you, Jack? It's like what we did yesterday now. If we're multiplying x by 6, we're going to divide by 6.
Never mind.
What cancels out, Aunt, on the left?
6.
I understand.
And then what's 24 divided by 6?
4. It's confusing.
Let's do a mental check before we do an actual written check. I'm going to take my 4, everybody. Look. I'm going to take my 4. Watch this, ready? 6 times 4 is
24.
plus 3.
27.
It's going to work. Okay? Let's just show what we just spoke about. 6x plus 3 equals 27. What am I substituting in for x? 4. There it is. Don't forget, I still have to add my 3. Now listen, when you check it, you use PEMDAS in the correct order. Okay? So, I know this is going to stay 27. I'm just going to carry this down if that helps you. Let's do order of operations. What do you do first? 4 plus 3 or 6 times 4?
4 times 3. 6 times 4.
You got lost in the moment, didn't you? 6 times 4 is what, my friend?
24.
Well, watch what I do. Bring down my survivors. 24 plus 3.
27.
Everything works out. This is true. Okay. You have an option. You can, at this point, work with a partner, but if you want to see one more with me, I'm going to do one more up here. It's up to you. All right? Actually, do this. Time out. Let's make it easy on ourselves. If you're working by yourself, start by yourself so there's no any extraneous noise while I'm working up here. And then after I'm done with one more, everybody can group up. If you like, I know you're ready. So just work on your own. But if you need to see one more, I'm going to do one more. But just stay in your own seats for right now. It's not just bigger numbers.
I know that. No. Never mind. Never mind.
Right, I'm going to write my original. Carry down my tracks. And those of you that are working with me, what do I have to do first? Nobody's working with me. Everybody's working on their own. Thank you for giving me the company. Steven, what do you got to do first then, bud? Help me out. Just me and you, Bo. Add 8 to both sides is correct.
Pumpkin eater.
Hey. Back up here. Steven, what cancels out from the left side?
8.
What's left?
12x.
Fantastic. 136 plus 8.
I can say it.
142. Wait, no, 144.
Correct.
Do that.
I'm
Then you divide that by 12.
Okay.
Then
What cancels out on the left?
12.
What's left?
X and 24 divided by 12 equals 12.
Yay. No.
Here comes the check. Substitute in what for x?
12.
What do I do first? Answer.
44. And then 144 minus 8 is 136.
Got it.
Cool.
Okay. Exercises 1 through 8, but if you don't get done today, all we're going to do over the time, especially with the shortened periods starting tomorrow, we're just going to keep practicing this. I have to show you one more new thing before Mod 4 is done. And then you'll probably have a test on it in the middle of the week next week. Okay? But I'm going to give you ample time to practice what we've been doing with this.
How many